You chase something for months, maybe years. A relationship, a goal, a dream job, a version of yourself. And then you finally get it, and something strange happens. The excitement fades. The hunger disappears. The thing you wanted so badly starts to feel empty, sometimes even heavy. And you think, why don't I feel happy? Why do I feel bored? Why do I want something else already? This isn't ingratitude. It's not that you're broken. It's not even that the thing was wrong. It's that your brain was wired to want it more than to live inside it. Your brain does not reward achievement. It rewards pursuit. Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical. It is the anticipation chemical. It spikes when something is missing. It drops when something becomes real. So when you chase a goal, your brain feels alive. When you reach it, your brain goes quiet. Not because the goal was meaningless, but because the loop has closed. No chase equals no dopamine. Your mind mistakes that chemical silence for emotional disappointment. Your brain evolved to prioritize new information, new threats, new rewards, new opportunities. That survival mechanism never shut off. So once something becomes familiar, your brain reduces attention toward it, even if it is objectively good. Even if it is exactly what you asked for. Familiarity feels like danger to an ancient nervous system, because stagnation meant death. So your brain pushes you towards something else. Not because the present is bad, but because novelty still exists somewhere else. Here's something nobody tells you. Sometimes you don't lose interest in the thing. You lose interest in the version of yourself who wanted that thing. When you were chasing it, you were someone else. More hungry, more insecure, more desperate, more driven. Once you get it, your identity shifts. And suddenly the reward belongs to a past version of you. It no longer matches who you are becoming. So the satisfaction collapses, not because it failed, but because you outgrew the desire that created it. For many people, success feels unsafe. Not consciously, subconsciously. Because success creates visibility. Visibility creates vulnerability. Vulnerability creates threat. Your nervous system equates achievement equals exposure. Exposure equals judgment. Judgment equals danger. So once you reach something meaningful, your body tightens. Your interest fades. Your motivation drops. Your mind begins to sabotage. Not because you don't want it, but because your survival system doesn't trust what comes next. Movies lie to you. They teach you that once you reach the goal, everything feels complete. Real psychology says most emotional payoffs are anticlimactic, not euphoric. Because the emotional buildup happens in imagination, reality is quieter, slower, less dramatic. So when the fantasy collapses into real life, your nervous system feels underwhelmed. It expected fireworks. It got stability. And stability feels boring to a system addicted to intensity. This is the most painful truth. You never wanted the object. You wanted the emotional state you believed it would give. You, validation, security, freedom, worth. Once you get the thing and the feeling doesn't arrive, your brain feels betrayed. So it starts searching again for a new object, a new person, a new dream. Because it still wants the emotional resolution it never got. If you recognize this pattern, you chase. You achieve. You lose interest. You chase something else. That is not random. It is a closed emotional loop. Your nervous system is trying to regulate itself through desire. Desire creates stimulation. Stimulation creates aliveness. Aliveness feels like purpose. So your brain uses longing as a mood regulator. Achievement kills longing. So it kills your emotional engine. Many people learned early that love comes through effort. Validation comes through achievement. Safety comes through performance. So your brain learned struggle equals meaning, ease equals danger. So when things become easy, comfortable, or stable, your nervous system becomes restless. It creates dissatisfaction. It manufactures boredom. It pushes you away. Because peace feels unfamiliar. And unfamiliar feels unsafe. You are not shallow. You are not ungrateful. You are not broken. You are neurologically consistent. Your brain evolved for survival, not fulfillment. Fulfillment is quiet. Survival is loud. Your mind prefers loud. So it mistakes intensity for meaning and novelty for purpose. You cannot fix this by chasing better things. That only deepens the addiction. You break this by changing your relationship with desire. By learning to tolerate quiet satisfaction instead of emotional fireworks. Stability instead of stimulation. presence instead of anticipation. The skill is not ambition. The skill is containment. Learning to stay with a fulfilled state long enough for your nervous system to recalibrate. Because stillness is uncomfortable. Because quiet feels empty. Because boredom triggers anxiety. Because peace feels like loss to a system trained on chaos. So people keep upgrading their goals. New relationships. New careers. New dreams. But the emotional hunger remains. Because the hunger was never about the thing. It was about unresolved emotional wiring. This is not about lowering ambition. It is about raising emotional capacity. So you can hold satisfaction without needing stimulation. So you can live inside achievement without needing escape. So you can stay with good things without self-sabotaging. If you lose interest when you get what you wanted, it does not mean you chose wrong. It means your nervous system has not learned how to receive. Receiving is a skill. Satisfaction is a skill. Staying is a skill. And like any skill, it feels unnatural at first. If this video described your inner life, you are not alone. This pattern is common among highly driven, introspective people, and it is reversible. If this video helped you understand your mind in a way you haven't before, you can support this work by liking the video. It tells the algorithm this kind of depth is worth sharing. If you've lived this pattern yourself, leave a comment. Your experience adds another layer to this conversation. And if you want more psychology that actually explains behavior instead of motivating it, you can subscribe. More of this is coming.